Hello everyone, my name is Kevin Herrera Flores and today I'm going to talking about my lesson plan. This lesson plan is very basic, very simple and easy for the kid. So, let's begin now. The name of my activity is counting backwards, 20 to 0. The level for this activity is kindergarten or first grade. The time for the activity is 20 minutes. Who are the learners? In this case, every kid, girls from kindergarten or fifth grade levels. How old are they? Around 5 years old to 7 years old. What is their approximate proficiency level? They are in the basic level. Why are they taking the class? Because it's very important for the children to count in order, but it's very useful when they have to count in backwards. So it's a challenge for them because they are in the low level, so this activity will improve that part. Now, a little description about my lesson plan. The student will learn how to count backwards from 20 to 0 in a very fun and exciting way. The lesson includes a hand-on interactive component where the student will ask to hop backwards while counting. The lesson is a great for kindergarten through first grade. The objectives for my lesson plan are: a student will be able to, number one, orally count backwards from 20 to 0, and number two, write numbers backward for 20 to 0 in order. For this lesson plan, the activities included are listening, reading, speaking, and writing. Now, the first activity of my lesson plan is the reading part. The procedures for this part are: the teacher must create a small sticker which will have the number from 0 to 20. The teacher should use the sticker to show his students which number they will use for the activity. This means that teacher will count in order the numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. The purpose for that is giving a little warm-up to his student because someone have problem to remember which number is continued by 1. So this is like a little practice because the first assignment for this part is each student will read each number individually using the sticker. This step would be used to see if they know how to count to the number 20. Otherwise, they will be given a space to help with any problem. As I say, this part is to warm up and practice because the real activity begins in the next part. Also, this activity only lasts 5 minutes. The second activity, the activity of listening. For this part, the procedures are: the teacher should use the sticker again. In this occasion, the teacher must start counting from number 20 and reach to number 0. In this case, the teacher will counting in backwards to giving the correct form to counting to his student, because the only thing the student must do in this part is listen and pay attention to the sticker and how they are counted backwards. This part is important because the next activity is more practice because involving the student. So let's continue. Also, this activity only lasts 5 minutes. The third activity, the part of the speaking. The procedure for this part is: the teacher will repeat the necessary time of how they should count in backwards, so the student can become familiar with them. This means the teacher will repeat over and over again the correct form to counting in backwards. To give him the example to his student, because for the third assignment the student should read the number from 20 to 0 using the stickers. The teacher will be his guide by helping his student if they need help advising the activity. Every student will pass in front to read the sticker counting in bad words. But if any student have some problem to continue the activity, the teacher can help them. For example, a girl begin to counting 20, 19, 18, and she is stopped because he can't remember the next number. The teacher can help her. So this is very important because this part is the most important for the final activity, the reading part. The procedure for this part are: the teacher should write number 20, 19, and 18 on the board. He should explain the student must complete the sequence in their notebook. Continue to the number 0. This means that teacher only will writing these 3 numbers. Is a little help to his student because for the final assignment the student should write numbers 20 through 0. This will be used as the last activity and be able to corroborate whether they were able to memorize how to count backwards. So this is the final test for the student. If they can remember the correct for counting in backwards, they will pass this lesson plan. And that's it. These are all my activity for my lesson plan. Now, during all my activity, I will use different strategy to improve the class. For example, in the first part, it's only like a warm-up for my student because I will counting normally 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. This gives to them the numbers will use, because in that level they only know some numbers. So the 20 is the perfect number to begin this activity. For the second part, I will ask to my student to pay really attention because it is the part when will I counting backward for first time to them. So if they don't pay attention, they will not remember how to counting in the correct form in backwards. So this part is really important because the third part is really the part of speaking. Every student will pass in front and took the sticker and begins to count in backwards. If they pay attention to my example, they will repeat the correct form in counting backwards. So they will pass this activity. And for the last activity, they will write in their notebooks the correct form to continue in backwards. So if they can pass this last activity, they will pass my lesson plan, and I will be very grateful today if they pay attention. This is really important because, as I say, these numbers are very basic for the because the level is very low. So I try to enforce in they remember the number counting normally and counting in backwards. And I think this is all for my activity. I hope you like this lesson plan and have a good day.